Hello, everybody. Welcome to another evening of lovely bingus. Could be afternoon, could be morning. I don't know where you live. Joined with me today is the lovely Rambler. Thank you for joining me.
Hello, hello, folks. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so today we're going to be watching a game between Only Metyr Once and Smörgåstårta. Only Metyr Once is Gray and Madsen, and Smörgåstårta is Champalampa and Fun. So this is hopefully going to be a doozy. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. I know Gray and Madsen are definitely extremely proficient in the DLC. Have played many, at least one DLC tournament that I know of. So just very experienced bingo players there, as well as in the blue team for Team Smörgåstårta. We have Champalampa and Fun. Both are also very good in the DLC, but Fun is has a lot of experience doing the base game side of things. Meanwhile, Madsen is a little bit newer at it, but still an incredibly proficient player. So this is going to be very exciting. Maybe we could check with the players and see if they're ready, because I'm always ready to get into some bingus.
Yeah, we cannot wait. And like you pointed out, like these four players, they have a lot of experience in GLC bingo, so they know where things are, they know how to do everything. The base game is a little bit different, especially for medicine, like you pointed out, but fun also like more official games with GLC, like they all four competed in the showdown. And all four are also ready right now.
Woo! Let's go. Yep, let's run it. Middle square predictions, Rambler.
I think we'll see the gargoyles, the valiant
Ooh.
gargoyles.
I think we will see four of each pot. Collect four of each pot.
Oh, rushable. Ah,
Yes. It's semi-rushable, so you at least have to put some effort into it. Um,
yeah. Uh,
did we check?
is it running or?
Wait, let me.
Oh yeah, all four.
Yeah, I didn't prep all that, so now it should be prepped. Yeah, I didn't realize I had to upload and stuff. I uploaded and randomized, so it should
That's
be good to go.
okay. Now it's gonna be a different center square. That's why I
Oh
missed.
yeah, of course.
Or maybe I don't miss.
Should you can press start if everyone's ready.
Oh, I should be the one.
You sure?
Okay.
Nice.
I was waiting here.
Yeah. No,
Sorry about that, folks. Let's see the real center square now.
Oh
It's
my
two
goodness.
catacombs in the
Two,
DLC.
two catacombs in the DLC. Okay. Interesting board. Well,
Yeah, we see like there's a lot of like synergy with those squares related to the GLC, like in bad spots on the map, for example.
mm-hmm.
Like we see demi-human swordsman in row 3 and pots in column 3. That works very well. 3 of each pot, very rushable combined square in row 2. And obviously the ever jails and jails combined square, jar and great jar helmets also goes in that direction. So like the combined squares here are middle game, so to
Yeah.
speak, while the base game is a little bit more late, with the exception of Spirit Ash +4, which is very rushable. Magma Worm Boss can be rushed, same as Dragon King Soldier. But the others, they take some time. So this is probably gonna be a more like slow-paced game compared to others in
Yeah.
this format.
And one thing that I like to mention for at least the rushable squares that we see in base game, none of them are in really important spots. So I find that if the rushable squares are not in important spots like in the diagonal, I'm less inclined to prioritize them. Even though this row two could
Yeah,
be very uncomfortable to block, you definitely, if you're either of these teams, you would definitely want to have one mark on row two, just to not be forced into, you know,
yeah, because yeah,
hinterlands,
that is
falling star
a
beast, or
fast line,
yeah,
except for the Falling Star Beast. Yeah,
yeah, it's a potentially very
I
fast
guess
line.
Lanciax is also not something you really want to do that early, but it is possible, right? But for the GLC players, I think it's more clear cut. Like they're gonna rush the pots probably. Like despite the like, even if they are not going for the combined square, just to get three and maybe going straight to the jail, to Ballarat jail, because like I pointed out, demi-human swordsman, but also demi-human bosses, same line,
Yep, yep,
great jar helmet, three average jails into jails. Like that is the spot to be. And the first prize would be the six hefty pots.
yes.
Yeah, I think this might end up being an 11 rush to some degree in DLC.
Yeah, and I mean, Onza Rush seems like one of those things that is incredibly. I mean, he's a little bit of a toughie when it comes to early game,
Oh yeah.
especially depending on what kind of a weapon you have. If you have a weapon that can micro stagger him and you can get like some quick poise breaks, then he's relatively simple, relatively straightforward. But if you have a suboptimal weapon with low skidoo,
Mhm.
it's a pretty rough fight. So that's going to be an
Yeah,
interesting
that's
watch.
another reason why GLC players might just rush the pots initially because they can get the Great X check next to the two pots in Bonnie Village.
Mm-hmm.
And that we see Champalampa skipping it though. Like he did skip the pot for now, getting the Grace first.
Yep.
Both we see different weapons on base game. Fun decided to go with the Celebrant Skull, and Madsen decided to go with the Jawbone X.
Yep. Different starting classes here. Didn't see exactly what the options were, but they can't have been too great considering the weapons they chose. Um, so we'll see
Or
if
maybe
they.
they're thinking of like immediate wieldability, so they can go for either Dragon King or Magma Worm.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be. Yeah. I didn't see which keepsakes they started with, but I think both of these weapons have pretty low stat requirements. They can't wield them right off the bat, but if they started with Lance Between Rune, that could be enough because you can get 3 levels off of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Jawbone X will be wieldable with the Lens Between Rune, despite whatever stats they had. Madsen, I mean. For fun, it might be a little bit more money. That being said, I agree with you. I don't think it's like a great thing to just rush either of those bosses. They are very tanky. It could take some time to kill them. If you're gonna prioritize one, I would prioritize the Magma Worm because you can get some stones in that tunnel.
And
Dragon
katana
King
check. You get
Soldier
katana
is a bit
check.
more dangerous.
Get katana check.
And it drops a katana. Yeah, the Dragon King drops a halberd, but
Yeah,
I believe the chance of being Dragon Halberd is so low that it probably diminishes the check a little bit.
yeah. I mean, it is kind of one of the few weapons that would be worth getting. I mean, if you get the +8 Banished Knights halberd, that can at least carry you through the early game, but you would definitely want to be looking to swap that at some point still. Missing the jump there a little bit. Both of them are heading towards
Yeah,
Reprimand here.
Champa is rushing kind of like mindlessly here. Like he didn't grab the Skadu on the Cholier skip.
I saw that.
Um, but despite that, Gray is ahead.
Yep. The Madsen porting to Liurnia here, probably looking to get a little bit of a weapon setup
Yes.
potentially. Maybe just
Yeah,
some map
Fun is
progress.
definitely eyeing both of them are eyeing the three pots.
Yeah, this is the 3 pots,
Uh,
yeah. And I mean, this makes sense as like a rush because the thing it does with rushing this three of each pot is it gives you pretty clear prio on hefty pots, which makes it a little bit less incentivized for the other team to go for that.
Usually I would agree with that, but because it is so good for the GLC player to just go and get the three pots and also at the same time get the great X check,
Yeah.
I think you cannot hold that square.
Or
Like
you,
you need to go straight for the hefty pots if you want to guarantee it.
I think so too. It's nothing you can really hold, but it at least shows. So like in this case, say Gray and Madsen get it, and Champa has already ported without grabbing the hefty pot over in the ruins, then maybe you would be a little bit more reluctant to be like, okay, well I'm gonna go get that hefty pot and get the hefty pot as my first square. Maybe he would prioritize getting the demi-human swordsman and like I'll get the hefty pots if it's open later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I especially with the way he rushed this, like
Yeah.
not getting the first pot. Usually for this square, the limiting factor is the base game player. He's gonna be like the game player tends to be a bit slower to get to the pots. Like we see Fun just now getting to Jarberg,
Yep.
while Champa and Gray are already basically collecting their last spot. Well, not Champa because he skipped one, but Gray has already three pots.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be between Champa and Madsen here, I think, because Fun is basically done with his pots here. It's gonna be between Madsen and Champa here, whoever gets their last third.
Yeah, and it might be Champa because Madsen did take a bit of a slower route to get to Jarberg and still on the gravestones.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure which route Madsen took. Okay, and there we have. That's the mark there for Smörgåstårta, taking that square away immediately. But Gray has, like you were talking about, Gray has already collected his three pots here, so I guess he's not really like he just as easily could have gone for this could go for the six hefty pots immediately too.
He could, but I think nobody wants to go all the way inside the jail not to kill Onze, right? Like, so we're
Yeah.
probably gonna see weapons set up now by both Champa and Gray.
Ooh.
Gray skipped the Grace though,
Do you see
so
what Champa found in yes,
Starfist.
sir. Yes, sir.
Not the best to deal with. Oh, but to be quite honest, I wouldn't pick Starfist for this game. No, I wouldn't. I saw in the round table the Rotten Staff,
You would pick Rotten Staff over
and the
Starfists?
Rotten Staff 100%, especially if I want to kill Onze right now.
Okay.
Because Starfist is not going to be good for Moon Refill, which could be your next square after you upgrade a weapon.
Yeah.
And I don't see anything here where like the Rotten Staff would be bad against. Uh, like really, I cannot see anything. Maybe Lid a little bit, but Starface is definitely gonna be worse.
Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This is actually a very interesting board. We see Fun here taking an incredibly aggressive weapon setup route, or money setup, I guess. Going straight into Moog's Palace here. Moog is not even on the board as far as I can see.
No, it is. It is. Column 2.
Call him too, Moog Lord of Blood, you're right. Well, that makes sense. I've been seeing more and more players actually go and start getting this money in Moog Palace because you end up getting so much money there that you can get an incredibly fast setup for not only money but also for weapons because you have two smithing sixes, you have two smithing sevens, and three eights, four eights actually, depending on which ones you go for.
Mm.
So you can actually get a
Yeah,
really nice line there for.
you can get almost everything you need in terms of like late game setup Uh, Obviously, you still need to grab the other types of stones, the ones and twos and whatnot. But I mean, that's what you want, right? For this board in particular, I don't see that much value except for Moog itself. Like, um, like Radon, Great Rune, doing like a castle boss, probably. Like you could do the Misbegotten Crucible Knight as your
Yeah.
castle boss after doing Radon, or even before doing Radon. And I don't think you need like a max weapon for those. Moog is the only reason.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is one of those things where I've noticed as like a part of your weapon setup, as a part of your you setting up your character, setting up Moog saves you some time when actually having to go for that square. And since it's on the board already, you could get some nice money there and save some
Yeah,
money in the late game. But I agree, there's nothing
yeah.
really on this board that you need more than, you know, plus 12, plus 15 to do very comfortably, apart from some of the late game stuff.
Now we see Gray making his way to Ballarat jail, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I am. It's very foggy.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I am mistaken. Or am I not? I am not mistaken. It was Ballarat jail. Why the hell did I doubt myself? But the GLC is very foggy. Like sometimes I can't see one foot ahead of me.
You know, Fun is taking a really aggressive line here into Altus, getting this grace for his Radon festival setup. So he's going to be way more set up. So it's clear with this grace pickup that they are definitely looking at this acquired jar and great jar helmets and Radon's great rune for this row 4.
And also setting up demi-human bosses for fun.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, that saves a lot of time. You know, like especially if you have a good weapon for some of these, shortening down the travel distance sometimes even halves the amount of time you need to pick up a square. Like it's crazy how
Oh
much
yeah.
these map progressions actually do.
The ability to actually route your squares into each other is very important. And Gray is probably gonna get both Onze and I'm saying Onze, but it's and oh no,
What
he
happened?
fell. He fell. He was going to get the pot. Like there's three pots in Ballarat jail, and he ended up missing on one of them for now at least. Got
I
pushed
see.
off the platform.
Is Champa fighting
Champa is going for the
Moonrithel?
Murrayfield first.
This row 1. Always good to get a square. But
So
yeah,
I think both players are more comfortable with Starfist than Rottenstaff, uh, but not ideal to do in Murrayfield.
yeah, it looks a little
Needs to be very
wonky.
careful
Gotta
here.
do these jump attacks, which I mean the range is a little bit of a hindering factor on these. And Moonrithel
Yeah,
has a lot of
I think
hyper
the
armor.
jump attacks are to try to avoid that problem,
Yeah.
and he's avoiding it very well so far.
Currently, a fully hitless Moonrithel. Usually, I just see people just power through this, but Champa's really taking his time to do this in a nice and calm way. Really
Gray
nice kill
is in
there for
that
Champa.
maze of pots.
That's a really nice kill.
Very nice indeed. Should give Gray a little bit of comfort that he is still trying to look for the way for the pots here.
Yeah,
But he needs to be fast because Champa is coming.
Champa is coming. Yeah. But I mean, here,
Yeah, I because he needs to go back for the pot, I wouldn't grab the jar right now. I would try to secure the demi-human swordsman and make sure that I get the pot on the way
Yeah.
on the way back, because he will have to go back to the start to get to that other pot.
Let's hop over here to Gray's perspective and see this Swordmaster On's fight immediately getting heavily tagged by Baby Yoda. Ooh, has to be careful.
That was a lot of
And
damage.
immediately goes down. I mean, this is what we were talking about. It's a scary fight, and if you have Starfists, I mean, Starfists are incredible, but for this fight, I'm not sure I would love Starfists.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, I think Rotten Staff would be a better choice here.
Rotten Great Axe being the
Even if
choice for
you
Madsen,
even
by
if
the
you
way.
don't or Great Axe, that was also in route table for the GLC
Oh, really?
players.
That one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I would prefer Rotten Staff over Great Axe, though. But maybe Great Axe is better for the double status.
Funny thing, Jack, 11 means 11 in Portuguese.
That is a fun fact. I did not know that.
Incidentally, that's the amount of times I died here in my first playthrough.
Yeah, probably more than you. I think it's more people than you who died probably 11 times or more to this guy in their first playthrough. I know I did. First time I ever did a randomizer, I did the French, and my first boss I ever got was ooh, it does go down there again. Marks it and unmarks the
Oh, I
square.
think, yeah. I think it was a hotkey.
Yeah.
Hotkey mark.
In my first in my first French run, my soldier of Godric was Anze, and I think it was my first French run, and that was a very tough fight because I had never fought him before at that point. I think. Choosing to go the R1
Yeah,
route on these
it is it
Starfists.
is a hard boss to get. It is a hard boss to get down because, well, first of all, he's small, so like learning his moveset takes a little bit more concentration than, especially me. Like I am a very impatient player.
Hmm. Yeah, it looks to me that Anze is one of those that's like really tough to learn. It's almost like an NPC fight. You know what I mean? It's got the elements of an NPC
Oh,
fight with the
yeah.
level of dodginess and stuff. And there's cracked pots for Champa. Very unfortunate for Gray choosing to prioritize the demi-human. Um, to try and get that square and try and scare Champa off from these hefty pots. And not quite getting it in time. And now Champa is
Yeah, and now it's a full-on race.
yeah. If Gray doesn't get it this attempt, then Champa's gonna have a very good chance of taking this square away. And that would be devastating for Gray, for sure. Yeah, definitely seeing Gray put up some aggression now because he knows that those pots came from this very jail. And he knows Champa is hot on his heels here. Ooh, Gray has to be careful, gets a couple of nice micro staggers him out of that attack. Onset deciding to become invulnerable and invisible and jumps away. Gives Gray some space. Gray just keeps on slamming the R1s and gets the mark. That's a really nice kill. Finally, Gray,
That was a very nice clutch by Gray.
yeah, really needed that square. That would have been
Now,
devastating.
Shoppa still should finish the fight. There's so much attached to this
Yep,
fight here, like ever jails and jails, demi-human bosses.
yep, absolutely. There's no point in not finishing this fight at all. But if he starts dying once or twice here, this
In
is
the
going to be
meantime,
really
Madsen
painful.
made his
Yep.
In the meantime, Madsen made his way to Magma Worm
He did.
with the Rotten Duelist Great Axe, which is actually a colossal weapon.
Yeah. That's probably why he went to Hallitree to have money to upgrade this. It is doing some work here on this Magma Worm. Meanwhile, Fun is on his way down the elevator towards Radon, and that's the mark on Magma Worm. Really nice block on that row too, like we mentioned. These players are going to probably want at least one square on that. And Dragon Hunter's Great Katana for Madsen.
That weapon would have been better for for dealing with the magma worm itself, but it could come up. It could become like coming handy for Lanciax down the line.
Yeah, getting those pierce damage attacks would really help out that fight. I would wonder, this is one of the reasons why if I go for Magma Worm, I like to do it +3 at the most, usually +0, especially if I have a status weapon, just in case if I do it this early, just in case, so I can actually upgrade my my katana if I get a good
Fun
one.
is backhand blading. These backhand blades look like very well upgraded.
This is doing a ton of damage, much more damage than I thought it would.
I think they might be +15.
I think you would be right. I think
And
he
it's a
might
very
be.
cheap weapon to upgrade.
I think he might be very close to a stagger here once the phase transition comes through. Oh, Chad thinks he's +21 even on these backhand blades.
Did he went back and grabbed all the sixes in Mogwin? I don't think so. I missed a little because of the 11 race, but
It's a pretty quick grab. I mean, he already had the grace there, so it wouldn't surprise me all that much. But I will say I am a little bit.
oh yeah, there's Castle Sol as well. I forgot about the
There's
Castle
also a
Sol.
little
So
bit
maybe,
unimpressive damage here for being +21, but I'm sure he can make it work. I mean, in the base game, you actually have access to Bernal, and you have access to a bunch more Ashes of War that you can actually put on these backhand blades too.
well, not that many though. Lightning Ram is probably the easiest to get to at this point with Lanciax on the board. Uh, but many Ashes of War don't go on the backhand blades,
What
even
about
though they
like
are named like
Cragblade though? Like as an example, I feel like Cragblade and
Crackblade.
Determination.
Yes,
I feel
you
like
could
those
grab Crackblade.
those are just like such quick and easy pickups. But I mean, if you're not going to put an affinity on it, then you might as well just keep using blind spot. It's a really nice Ash of War. Madsen heading probably
Yeah,
towards
fun.
the Hoarfrost Stomp, I would imagine, just to get another status on this Rotten Duelist Great Axe. And
Further, all like eyeing the corner square castle, manor, and fort boss. Fun is already preparing the Crucible and Misbegotten fight,
yeah,
which would be a castle boss for him.
yes, it would. This is not
While
a very easy
Madsen is going for
fight.
the manor boss first.
Oh, I see. That's what he was doing there. Yeah, that makes much more sense than what I was talking about. One gets tagged there. Be careful of this John guy.
Damage is great.
Yeah, has to be a little bit careful. Hopefully he gets a stagger here so he can finish off this fight. Doesn't quite get it. Has to be really close to getting a stagger. Really clutch dodges there. Finishes off the Misbegotten and the Crucible Knight left to go. Meanwhile, Gray already finished his Hippo fight and Champa just doing it moments after. Really nice fights all around
Need
here.
explosion.
Ooh,
Gray
Fungus.
going for the castle boss, being Relana, trying to put some pressure on that column 1.
Yeah, and block that row 5 as well.
Lucas, I don't know if the Blood Blade goes on the backhand blades. Maybe they do, but I don't know if they do.
If they do, then that's a huge pickup.
Or if you say they do, they do. And yeah, that would be a good pickup.
And it's a really quick and easy pickup too, so I mean it really could definitely be worth it. I mean, getting a status is so incredibly important. I've noticed for the base game. I got to feel the total brunt of not having a status effect on my weapon yesterday when I played with my longsword in my official game, and let me tell you, without status, you feel very weak.
Now, this is a boss where the Star Fist is gonna probably shine, Rolana.
Yep.
Get double status with the freeze grease there.
Really nice punishes there from Gray into that riposte. Really nice punishes. I love to see those, post, what would you call them? Post stagger punishes, the ones he's doing here, before actually taking the riposte. He got it like, I think 5 or 6 punches off
Yeah.
before taking it.
Keep the pressure on the bleed. Keep the damage coming in.
Yeah, look at this.
Nice. He got the
Look at
good
this
transition.
damage.
Yeah, it's just too much. He also is gonna put himself on the front as a front runner for that level 85 square.
Yeah, I've noticed there's a pretty big difference between level 85 and level 80 for the DLC here. Oh, gets true comboed by
Yeah,
the moon. Really unfortunate there for Gray. Got a little bit.
and that was a caster curse. I'm sorry, Gray.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. That's our bad. We'll
Yeah,
take.
that's I really love Rolana, but that is the one move. Oh, and Madsen also goes down to Loretta.
Yeah.
That is the one move, the combination of moves that is very bad about the boss, sadly. Like she can summon the swords and then kill the moons,
Yeah.
and you may be in a position where like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. That's what it looked like. I mean, just being caught between a rock and a hard place. Like, am I gonna dodge the carrion glint blades, or am I gonna actually dodge this moon attack? And getting a bad timing for that really kind of sucks. Ray having a really clean first start of this fight yet again, doing an absolute enormous amount of damage. Rilana choosing not to do phase transition just yet. And while Madsen is fighting this Royal Knight Loretta, which is not the easiest thing to do on this Vigor, and having a Colossal weapon changes so much. If you're not used to Colossals, I've noticed I have such a hard time getting used to how slow they are, especially on the recovery after R1s or
Yeah.
R2s.
In every soul game, managing your stamina is key, and Colossals require expert use of the stamina bar.
Yeah,
Oh, Gray, no.
goes to him.
Another death very late into the fight.
And the only blessing is how quick the fights are.
Yeah, but I think it might be like because Fan now is making his way to Loretta as well,
Yeah,
and he already has a castle boss. So
yeah,
now Gray
this
becomes the limiting factor.
yeah, this might end up being a little bit of a snipe. I mean, Madsen being very
It
close to
will
this
be
Loretta
it will
kill.
be a massive fight no
Ooh,
matter what.
is in a very dangerous spot here. Goes for the finish. Has to be careful of these glint blades. Oh, dodges them. Nice kill there for Madsen. Loretta being the second kill of his game. Very nice. And Gray fighting Lana yet again. But I believe Gray does not have a fort boss dead, and Champa is heading straight towards Rilana as well now, I would assume. Or he doesn't even have
Oh, he
to.
doesn't need to.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
he
need to.
doesn't
Yeah,
need to.
Fun did the castle boss, you're right. Oh my god, so much weight on Gray's shoulders right now to actually finish this. Very interesting split here between the base game and the DLC for Smörgåstårta, choosing to have the base gamer do two of these. All right, Gray approaching the end of his Rilana fight here again.
Yeah, Gray would need fun to have some issues here.
With plus 21 backhand blades, I doubt this is going to be, and also has Radon money, so hasn't used it though. Still sitting on close to 90k here. Doing an absolute absurd amount of damage, and
Now Verlana is dead, but
there's the
so
mark.
is Loretta.
Yeah, that's a terrible snipe to endure for only Metyr ones there.
And now Madsen making way to Crucible Knight, doing one Everjail that has a Crucible. The problem here, obviously, is Fun is ahead on Crucible Knights. I mean, it's gonna be tied, but he has a one that is harder access
Yeah, yeah.
done.
These 4 Crucible Knights square, I mean, it's a lot of Crucible Knights, so. But he is very, very much ahead, given that he's already got Radon down, obviously. So he has at least access to all 4 of his.
See Madsen doing some parries. Now switching back to handing the collar. Oh, he wants the parry. You cannot parry the tail. Looks like Gray is making his way now to the red bear with the intention of blocking row 5 with Bear's Nail Hippo, and that will put Madsen in a bit of a track through the catacomb that has the snail boss.
Yeah.
Oh no, Madsen.
Yeah, I saw it.
Right at the end of the fight.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It does seem like Fun is kind of committing a little bit into. Here's another part of the synergy that we didn't really talk about. He is killing balls here. Does give another sorcery, and so does Loretta. So he's already
And
making a
both
lot.
night bosses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
No.
this is a very, very well synergized play by Fun.
Yeah, yeah. There's no night bosses on the board though.
Yeah,
But
I
it's,
thought there
it's
was.
always nice to
As I
kill
think
knights.
someone mentioned in chat. But yeah, these are the Everjails that do give sorceries. And from here, he is running through the snail boss.
Yeah.
And that will be another snipe. Because Champa is working on the red bear, and Madsen is well behind
Yeah, yeah.
on the snail.
Yeah, this would be another
Also, if I'm not
horrendous.
mistaken, you can get grave glove warts in this catacomb if you like know where to look. That help with that Spirit Ash +4. So this
Yeah,
is a play for the whole line.
interesting. I did not think about that at all. I wonder which ones are in there.
Uh, as a general rule, I never really explored this catacomb, so I might be wrong about this, but the other catacombs in Liurnia, the Black Knight, for example, has 2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
So you only need the one that you can get in any Lingrave catacomb.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah,
If
he's
this one has the
fun picking
yeah,
up.
he is
Yeah,
exploring. He's
yeah.
getting those. Got the 3 and
The
a
2.
2.
That's kind of unhelpful. I mean, the 3 and the 2 are. You definitely want the 3 and the 4 or the 1 and the 2. But we'll see here if he... That's another 2. But he
Yeah,
is
maybe
gonna...
this doesn't have a 4. I am
Yeah.
not sure about this.
This is gonna be Fun's mark here too.
But either way, he's about to get the square.
Yeah, assuming he can finish off this snail. There is a Crucible Knight fiercely guarding this snail, like it's his own grandmother. Um, but yeah, we do see a little bit of stream lag here being behind, but it does seem like Fun already did get the mark, and that's a snipe here on Madsen and Gray yet again. Madsen choosing to probably continue this just to get a catacomb for the Catacomb Cave Forge. Part of this square. Missing the snail. Has to be careful. The Siluria.
By the way, just to clarify to those who might be wondering, this does not count as a Crucible Knight.
Yes, it does not.
Not a Crucible Knight that is actually alive.
Yeah, and Fun picking up Hoarfrost Stomp. Gonna be putting that on his backhand blades.
Gray making his way here on the way to Mesmer. Champa a little bit ahead on the same path. Looking to get that level 85 probably.
Yep. Meanwhile, Fun checking some incantations. Nothing really usable there at Korin. Probably just
But anyway, now it's all on Madsen's shoulder to avoid that that roll.
It's a full base game row now for sure. And whichever he chooses to go for, he's going to be pretty tied here. Is choosing to go for this Crucible Knights, but Fun is firmly ahead on this square. I think the only way Madsen really could theoretically catch up would be if he would have an incredibly bold choice to go for the Crucible Knight duo in the hero's grave.
Yeah, as of right now, it's the only 2 others that he has real access to. He already killed the Everjail. He could go for the imbued sword key path to Nokron, but Fun has Radon dead.
Yeah.
So that means he can do the 2 down there in Nokron.
Yeah.
They are right next to each other.
Alright, looks like Fun is eyeing up this Remembrance Boss Incants only square. Has yet to choose to restore his Great Rune, so really hiding the progress on that row 4. So there's nothing necessarily indicating that...
No, the castle could have been Champa.
Exactly. Which is something that's increasingly more and more interesting with how this format develops, is who ends up marking the square. Because it gives so much information telling you who is actually marking the square and who is kind of in the dark, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, Gray
fighting
fighting Mesmer.
Madsen here because I feel like Madsen here, because he doesn't have access to 2 other easy crucibles, he should be at least splitting progress.
Yeah.
It is unideal being behind, but you need to guarantee the block on either of the Spirit Ash +4 or Crucible Knights.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks like Champa is currently in a forge, and that's going to be their Mark II for the Catacomb Cave Forge, because Fun just killed Bofa and already did the Catacomb with the Spirit Caller Snail. So this is something that I've seen Fun do a lot, like just make a lot of progress between a bunch of different squares and kind of staying in the dark and then just bursting out threats from left and right. And this is such a beneficial place to be for Team Smörgåstårta, because it's so incredibly difficult to deal with when you're not only behind on squares, but you're behind on threats. So all of a sudden you have to go for these slightly inefficient squares as threats, and And there's the mark on the Catacomb Forge. Champa marking that one. Giving at least some information about what the DLC player is up to.
Oh, Gray gets blasted by the Mega Snake. Needs to be careful.
They seem to recover that. He's going to continue this fight. I mean, the Starfists seem to be doing pretty well on Mesmer as well.
Yeah, for the remembrance bosses, very few are bad uh, with Starfist.
Ray should be getting very close to a stagger. Has to be patient here. Goes for a jump attack to try and get it. Finishes off the fight. Nice. All right. Well, that's Mesmer dead
Nice.
for the red team.
You should be very close to level 85.
Yeah, and Madsen fighting his second Crucible Knight here for this block. Choosing not to go for the Spirit Ash Summon +4. Probably regrets it a little bit, realizing that Fun has actually not gone for that yet. And probably figured he was just going to get sniped on it. But that is not the case for right now. One benefit
Nice
of killing...
clutch kill on the Crucible.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, when you kill the Everjail and that Crucible Knight, you do get 2 incant checks, which could be helpful. I didn't pay attention to what the actual incantations ended up being, but that could potentially be helpful.
One of the Crucibles, the one he did now, just dropped how Shabriri. It's not gonna be useful to kill anything. At least not directly. It is a great buff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Fun is on his way to collect a sorcery book. Already killed the Pumpkinhead, so eyeing up that sorcery, putting a lot of pressure on not only row 5 but also row 1 as well. Gray does seem to be pretty ahead on the level 85 though, I would say. But not for very long. Goldhorn Tender equipped here for Champa. Gonna probably
That
be
will
using that.
basically make the difference between, because Champa did kill the fourth boss, Idrid. No, Garu actually, but he did not kill Relana. That's a difference. But the Golden Horn Tender on Mesmer will make up that difference. So they will be roughly tied for level 85.
Yeah.
There's also the Onze, but that's more like peanuts. Yes, Wonder, it is I.
Really nice fight there from Champa.
I'm already getting the sorceries.
Yep, and there's the sorcery mark for Fun. Creating yet more threats. Gray having some stream issues, trying to sort it out right now as we speak. Gray is offline, unfortunately.
Should we pause the match? We cannot, because Champa is in a fight.
Yeah, no, it's completely fine. I imagine he's probably got an eye on it, and the stream is back online, so
Okay.
all good, all good. Crisis averted. I think in any case, I think it's important to prioritize the game over actually being able to watch the game. So it's, I think, in case there was an actual technical difficulty, we'd try to find a good time to pause, but definitely let the players finish out what they're in the middle of. Now Fun is picking up Sacred Tears. I imagine possibly for getting a setup for Lanciax and Moog. I'm a little bit curious as to why Dragonkin has
Moog
not been
would
killed yet either. That's such a quick
Moog
kill.
would be early on this board. I don't think he needs to be worried about that with the threats they put.
I don't know. I mean, I completely agree with you, but look where Fun's headed.
All right, he wants to have some fun.
This guy's a menace.
Anyone who knows me, anyone who knows me knows this is one of my favorite fights in the whole game. I'm
Yeah,
glad that he's going there. I want to see that Moog.
yeah. And we see Madsen progressing this Radon square. Might end up stealing this Restore Radon's Great Rune and actually might equalize the prio on both that and the Jar and Great Jar helmets. I'm not sure whether or not I've seen Gray or Champa pick up that helm yet, so I'm not sure if whose square that is to mark for either of the teams.
Ray did not pick it up, nor did Champa, because
Okay,
they were going for the pots.
I'm so happy to have you here. Your eyes seem to be more keen than mine.
It's because that skip, I only performed it correctly once in my whole life, and that was in the game I had with Wonder. I think you were casting. Madsen and Radon. A lot less damage than Fun was doing with the backhand blades.
Yeah, it's gonna have status on this though.
But he's gonna get a rot. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. Ooh, and there's the colossal. That's that death came down to just having a
Yeah.
colossal. The recovery on that stamina after that R1 really ended up sending him there. We have a Romina and a Moog, but I am going to prioritize this Moog fight because we love Moog. I mean, this is probably the second highest scaled boss in the base game. I would guess.
Yeah, he loses only to Millennia.
Yeah, and Fun doing a lot of damage here on this fight already. And Fun being pretty cocky. I mean, he has been pretty smart with how he's been spending his levels, so choosing to have not that much vigor, which is usually preferable given that the phase transition is percentage based in its damage. So that's something. He already picked up one Sacred Flask, so he's +1 here for his flasks. We'll see if that's
Yeah,
enough.
he should lose 4 flasks to Nihil, 3 or
Yeah,
4.
yeah, definitely. I think probably 4. Oh, Moog doing the phase transition in the shower. That's the worst part. Really nice. Okay, so he uses 4 flasks. Has 3 flasks to go for the entire phase 2. Isn't a phase that you get a lot of windows to heal anyway, so basically has to hitlist
So
this.
fighting him on the stairs is not ideal. He's gonna have to be a little bit more careful.
Really nice dodges here for Fun. Meanwhile, looks like Romina is dead for Gray on the other screen, and Madsen is firmly in phase 2 for Radon. Now it's and that's 85 there for Gray. Really nice mark. That's that Romina.
Nice, nice strafe for Fun here. Moog taking showers.
Smelly, smelly Moog. Be stuck on these stairs though, but isn't stuck by the gravestones, which I mean, I think I'd rather be on the stairs than in the middle of the gravestones lower down in the arena. That screws
Yeah,
me
you
over
need.
every time.
Yeah, he's not getting the best RNG here.
Now he should be getting
But
pretty close to another proc here and possibly another stagger, so that's going to do a lot for this fight. Fighting this really well now, Fun. Dodges away, dodges this attack. Fear explosion, dodges it perfectly. Just a very clean fight. It is definitely a bit of a slower fight because of the RNG, but also just having that single status, and the single status being Frost in particular, makes this fight go at least a little bit slower than it could be. But Fun's still
Yeah,
doing a
also
lot of
backhand
damage.
blades, they really benefit from scaling and thorny tier. Like people who play the GLC, they are spoiled with all the tools that make backhand blades great. And
Yeah,
here he's doing it with like just a shiver of what you actually get normally.
yeah, but he's gonna get mesmer amounts of money when he's done with this. Really nice stagger, and that's gonna be it there for Fun. Really nice fight there.
Very, very nice fight. Very expertly fought. And now all the bingos are blocked with two exceptions for Smörgåstårta, if I did correctly the name, is row 4 or the diagonal.
Yes, those are the only two left. And I would imagine having this amount of money, you would just be immediately sending Lanciacs, not only for the threat, but that column too, just creating an absurd amount of threats. And this poor Madsen has been on the side quest of Crucible Knights for the better part of 15 minutes. This square is miserable.
If you don't get the benefit from killing Rodan, which in Fun's case was the castle square,
Yeah.
uh, you are basically wasting a lot of time here.
Yeah, this is not, you have to get past the Mimic tier, and then you have to get all the way there, and then you have to kill the two relatively high Crucible Knights, scaled Crucible Knights. So this
I,
is a lot
but I
of
agree
time.
with you. I think Fun should be cashing in on his priorities now, like cashing in on Radan's Great Rune and Lanciax. Now, like going for the Crucible now after spent that much time going for Moog,
Yeah.
is walking yourself into a snipe, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like Madsen's attention is on the slowest of the three potential priorities you get with Radon killed. But yeah, definitely is walking himself into a snipe. I'm not entirely sure why. Is he here for the Remembrance boss incants only and possibly Crucible Knights, I would assume?
That could be like
In
a
Stormveil is
bundle,
what I
right?
mean,
Like
yeah.
he's saying, okay, I make progress through the crucibles and I make progress through incants only. Both work for me. Uh, and also, like, killing the crucible is an incant check, I guess.
Yeah.
We know it's how Shabriri, but he doesn't. So, buying the seal. Yeah, he's looking
Yeah.
at
Definitely
incant
looking at that.
only, which will block both remaining bingos for only matter once.
Yeah. It seems
Right now
like
we are in the catacomb fight here. Gray and Champa going to their first catacomb each, but different catacombs. Champa going to do Jory and Gray going for the Death Knight for the center square.
yeah. Yeah, that center square is going to be highly contested now, given that it's one of two realistic win conditions for only meta ones. Because at this point, you're so far behind on majority. You basically, if you're trying to win this game, you definitely got to go for a bingo play. And that is one thing that incentivizes Madsen to actually go for these Crucible Knights, which he has quite a lot of prio on because Fun has no grace and hasn't been underground yet. But
The
this
thing is, Fun
Remembrance Boss
doesn't need
Incant,
underground.
yeah, you can just get the
Fun
block with
could go to
Incant.
the imbued sword key Crucible Knight. That could be his fourth. He can get the Everjail. He has the Crucible Misbegotten.
Yeah, that is actually very true. I didn't think about that. Seems like Madsen is heading his way to Lanciax now, taking a break from the
They're
scenic
trying to
underground
full
route.
send the diagonal.
Yeah. Yeah, gonna be rudely interrupted here by this Remembrance Boss incants only from Fun, which is gonna block not only the diagonal, but also the final column, or row 4 rather.
I wonder what incant he has in mind. He didn't put any yet. Oh, Gray dies to the Death Knight right at the end of the fight.
Yeah,
While Champa is having fun with Jory.
always fun with Jory. Everybody loves this Jory fight. Ooh, he put on freezing grease instead of healing because he had the wrong item selected. Really unfortunate. So both the DLCers dying here in their catacomb fight.
At least he will die chilling.
Yeah, this Jory fight seems like such a frustrating kind of gimmick fight. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the fight, and I've never even fought it.
If I'm going for the stones here.
Probably for the seal.
Yeah, that is probably
Maybe he
wise.
realizes,
He has time.
yeah, I mean, not only that he has time, but he also,
Oh, Madsen gets one shot by Lanciax.
yeah. The Lance Axe is a toughie for sure. Not the ideal weapons for it either. And Fun is picking up these stones here while also probably looking to finish off this Dragonkin soldier. Yeah, that is what he's looking to do. God, this Jory fight looks so annoying.
The Lanciax fight though is looking even worse.
Yeah, there's a lot of fights going on now on all screens. Fun having some issues
Oh,
here with the
Fun got,
Dragonkin.
yeah, got
Still
stuck
hasn't
there.
used his
Has to
420,000 runes.
probably keeping them for incants only. Make sure that he can yield whatever he finds.
Yeah. Really nice dodge there for Fun. Doing a ton of damage here. Gets tagged there. Has to be careful. Does go down. Probably has to come back for these runes. Surely. At the very
That's
least.
okay. There's a stake here.
Yeah, there is a stake. And I believe Champa finished his jury fight, and Gray is still in the Death Knight fight. Not for long, though. It is going to be a Death Knight killed.
Yeah. Problem is Gray is very behind, I'm pretty sure, on Jory. You have to go all the distance, while Champa only has to do this catacomb. It is a long one as well. All the catacombs in DLC are long, but I think Champa has the advantage here by a good margin.
There's the Dragonkin soldier for Fun. Really nice kill there. It's
Yeah,
even more
basically
runes.
fell and never, ever got up.
Yeah. And Madsen having some troubles here in the Lanciax fight. This is one of those, another time where the Colossal is just like, makes it such a difficult fight, actually.
Yeah. Colossal weapons are great in randomizers because they work on most bosses very well.
Yeah.
So you are probably in a good spot with most things that can appear your way. But in bingo, Colossus can be tricky.
Yeah. Fun spending most of his runes here, adding some dexterity and some final faith here. A lot of runes spent to upgrade his character.
And
Madsen
he doesn't
continuing.
have the intent. He's gonna put it in now, and
It is
it
good.
is Poison Mist and
Grunk's Beast Claw.
Grunk's Beast Claw. I mean, he upgraded the seal and he has a lot of faith, but I wouldn't be surprised if Poison Mist is the MVP of this fight.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Immediately taking some damage there, but we'll see if poison actually gets applied. I believe it just did, doing 11 damage per tick, which is an underwhelming amount of damage for sure. But the Beast Claw doing quite a bit of work there too. But it does look like it takes a
One
long
wait
time.
here, that's interesting because that incant would go through the storm. What's the name of the attack? The storm.
I mean, it's Storm Wall or something. I mean, it's close to Storm Wall, not quite, but
There is a there the Ash of War Storm Caller, I believe.
yeah, you could be right.
Madsen fighting a copy of himself.
Ooh, Fun taking a lot of damage here. Choosing to go for a little bit more of an aggressive route is going to be running out of heals here. Does not have any more heals left, but is doing quite a bit of damage. I think he's got three of the mana pots left, mana flasks.
That was yeah. The Grunk's Beast Claw is very underwhelming in terms of damage.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of blue. Like usually, like the Beast Claw, just like the regular Beast Claw, is much more FP efficient.
Yeah. I'm very surprised to see, honestly, that Radahn's Great Rune is still on the board with both players having Radahn dead for over 15 minutes and Fun for like 45, 40 minutes.
Yeah, that is very, very funny how the prioritization ends up going.
Yeah.
Roderick is poisoned, so I
Yeah.
believe he should be able to get this.
He's getting some good attacks. I mean, normally this is kind of an annoying attack to get, but I think for this... oh! Gets grabbed! Is this enough to kill him?
And we see Champa sniping Gray on the catacombs.
Yeah.
But Gray needs to keep going because there's only one thing left in column
Oh,
3,
look
and
at this
that's
for
Metyr.
fun! Is he gonna live? No, he goes
Oh
down!
my god, right
Oh
at the
my
end.
god, not like this! Poor Fun. That's not fun. In spite of his name being that.
And that means either he tries again or they will like he could go for Radahn's Great Rune just to block row 4 and then they will be uh really into majority. Madsen fighting the guy that loves to commit suicide.
Yes, indeed.
Hopefully he doesn't let him fall.
Yeah, we've seen more than a couple of unfortunate events here. Flies into the wall there, so safe for now. And Fun is yet again in this fight, and I would imagine Champa is sending this Midra for the bingo, so he's firmly ahead on Gray for this square. So that could be Very scary for them. Madsen doing some really nice strafes there. Ooh, gets fully tagged by this. Nice parry there for Madsen.
Saved himself. No flasks.
Oh no! Takes a hit. The final hit from
Right.
the Crucible Knight and does go down. Fun yet again
Parry
in
the
phase 2.
stone.
Yeah,
Sadly, sadly.
yeah. Fun doing this 6-minute fight yet again. Starting it patiently as if nothing ever happened. Goes for a very greedy punish
Yeah.
there. Doesn't quite get it.
Time Fun did the first attempt. I did my taxes.
Yeah.
I already planned my 401k
Yeah.
payments for the next 10 years, and he's still here.
Yeah, it's I think I think it was once said that it took a millennia to kill Godric last time if you have really bad incantations. I would classify the incants he has right now at the very best C tier for this.
Yeah. Grunk's score is very bad in FP efficiency, and Poison Mist doesn't do as much damage as you would like.
Yeah,
I think he's having a better fight now. He still has 2 flasks
yeah.
for healing if needed.
Yeah, definitely playing it a little bit more patiently. Doesn't have the mana here though. Has to dodge this. Gets a really nice dodge there. And one more incant should be all that Godric wrote. Really nice kill there for fun. Meanwhile, Madsen quitting out because the Crucible Knight indeed tried to end his own life down the bridge. And there's
That
the
is very
mark.
unfortunate.
And that's
Now they
11.
only need 2 squares to win.
Yep.
Champa has no reason not to just go for Midra, but I believe it's gonna take so long that Fun can go and restore the Great Rune and
Fun.
maybe even get the Spirit Ash +4 before Champa makes to the fight.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
maybe not. He's already outside the men's.
but Fun is still refusing to do this Radon Great Rune Square.
He's going for the Crucible Knight, though.
Ooh, Fun?
Going for the Nocron Crucible Knight that you will access through the imbued sword key.
No, I think he's going in here for Spirit Ash Summon because he's headed towards the Black Knife Catacomb in
Oh
Liurnia.
yeah, no, yeah. Another case of me not recognizing a place in Liurnia.
Yeah, I mean, that's not only you. That Liurnia does look similar wherever you are.
The way he's working on his line, maybe him and Champa have a bet, like who can finish their line first.
Yeah,
Champa already has Midra's Man's Grace.
yeah, and Fun running his way through this catacomb. Running past a Glovewort there. Not sure exactly which one he is looking to get.
Only wants the 4, he already has 2 and 3.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Madsen is
And
fighting this
the 4
Crucible
is up
Knight.
there.
Madsen has to be very careful. Has no more heals left for this. Out of all of the Ordovis Crucible Knights, this has to be the worst one to try and parry. Because he just does the flame attacks over and over again. Really nice parry there for Madsen. Clutching it up. Will we see a charge R2 for the finish? Playing it patiently. Waiting for this. Crucible Knight making one final attempt to kill himself. not being allowed to do so. Madsen placing himself strategically. It's another really nice parry, and this should be all she wrote. Now only the Siluria left for Madsen to get this block finally.
Meanwhile, Fun has all the grave glove word that he needs, I believe.
I believe so, yes.
The Siluria move set is easier to deal with.
Yeah, and there's the Spirit Ash +4 summon mark from Fun. Really nice mark there for him. Only one square left to go here for Team Smörgåstårta. Meanwhile, Gray fighting a demi-human boss. Yeah, this is something I've noticed with the Siluria, that people are increasingly doing more and more, and that is to kill these ads before you enter the Siluria fight, because they make this fight more miserable than it
Yeah.
already is.
Yeah, it depends on the damage you have. You can kill him fast enough that they don't bother you, but not the case here. But he's dead now.
Really nice parries. There's another idiot in there trying to shoot still. It does get a nice parry yet again. Ooh, Madsen has to be careful. Base transition for the Siluria. Fun finally heading towards this Restorer Dawn's Great Rune. Meanwhile, Champa is about to fight Minimidra. And
The elevator is long, but Starfist is very good against Midra. Wonder who gets the mark first.
nice kill there for Madsen, and that should be the 4 Crucible Knights for him, I believe.
Yeah, it should be.
Did he forget to mark? I think that should be the 4 Crucible Knights for him.
He did kill the Everjay one, didn't he?
He almost certainly did, but he's porting back to it. Maybe he didn't.
Jack, parrying them is slow if you take riposts. You need to charge them. Charge R2 them.
Let's go over to this Midra fight here and see how quick this goes with Starfists.
Then it is a bit faster.
Yeah, Champa doing a little bit of having some issues with the stamina management there, but does recover it. It's a nice heal off. Nice punish there in the middle of that combo. Who gets a really nice stagger there. Should be getting pretty close to another bleed here, I believe, and Frost should be reset, so the rest of this HP for Midra could go very quickly here for Champa.
Well, Frost is gone now unless he reapplies the grease, but...
Oh, he doesn't even have it in, but there's the blood. There's a bleed, rather. Could be another charge R2, or... There it is! Bing Jordy! Holy!
A big majority for Smörgåstårta.
There you go. Well said. Wow. What a game from Team Smörgåstårta, and really well played from Only Metyr once as well. Wow. Yeah, my hair is looking crazy after this game. Holy.
Well,
Yeah.
my hair is never not crazy, so...
I can see that in the GIF.
yeah, look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, you can check with the players and see if they want to hop in here, and we can have everyone in at the same time.
I was doing the... But I'll let the refs do the board.
All right, Madsen seems to be ready. Just waiting for Champa and Fun. All right, I'm gonna throw them in here. GG's, everybody.
GG's.
GG's.
Wow, what a game. Yeah, this was a crazy game. I don't really
Experience. Yeah.
know where to start here with this actually. Rambler, do you have any questions right off the bat for the teams here?
I would ask both GLC players, why did you decide to go for Starfist, considering that the first couple of kills on the board were Moon Refill and Onze? Like, you did you think that it would be better for the other parts of the game, or you are more comfortable with Starfist than the other options in Roundtable? I believe I saw Rotten Staff and Great Axe.
Are you asking me?
Both of
Both
us.
of you.
Oh yeah, I came back mid
You can
sentence,
go
but I
first.
heard the question. I think.
You can go first.
No, I mean I knew it would be bad for Moonrathil, but I've done Moonrathil with Starfists many times, so I know I can just do jump attacks and be fine. Onse, I didn't know. I knew nothing about whether it'd be good or bad, so basically I just thought, it's worth it.
I did a really good job on the Moonrathil. Did a fully hitless Moonrathil, if I remember correctly. So let's start off with Team Smörgåstårta. What did you see initially on this board? What were kind of, your assessment of it, and what were you going for? What were you scared of?
We saw the. Oh,
You
go.
You go.
Okay, I go. We saw the three pots each, and from the DLC perspective, you see row 4, like Jar and Great Jar Helm, Ever Jails. But I had a really bad. I wasn't really feeling it today, like gameplay wise. So I messed up everything you couldn't mess up in the early game. So we didn't really get to do it. We had to like pivot into other strategies. Yeah.
And I really only saw like 3 of each pot and Magma Worm boss for what to do early, square wise. Otherwise, it was just go Mog win, get your rune steer, and just set up a really strong weapon. Because there was as well a lot of killing with Lanceax, Moog, Radon, and just having that money from Mogwin for even sorceries and getting that Faith for incants only, I felt was really strong.
Nice. Yeah, turned out to really help you out there. And Ray and Madsen, what were your guys' thoughts seeing this board?
I think mainly the same broad idea that they had about going to Bellerat jail early, getting the 3 pots of each, 3 of each pots, the 6 hefty pots, the Demi Swordsman, and sort of setting up the stuff in that row 4. We were more or I don't remember if that was from the start or not, but we were more looking at the column 1, obviously, which you saw going into it, as well as the row 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, sure. There's synergy between our jails, Great Jar, and the Belrot jail, but the 3 last squares there are sort of, all over the place.
Yeah.
So we felt more comfortable going for the row 3, I think.
It seemed
Row 3 and column 1, definitely.
It seemed really interesting that the 3 priorities that you get after killing Radon, both of you had Radon dead, and none of the priorities ended up being marked for either of you. I know Fun had Radon dead for probably 45-50 minutes. Without restoring their Great Rune, doing the Jar, or Crucible Knights. Just holding on that? Did you do mainly Radon for the money? I didn't quite understand the
I did Radon for those like 3 squares, but then we just got worried about like everything else, and so I did that instead, or like was trying to push some synergy in any other ways that they just didn't do. So I just did other stuff because of that.
Yeah.
You know, with that magma worm boss mark, we were immediately looking at that column 1 and wondering which square we were gonna block with. And because I just killed Radon and Redmain, the Crucible Knight means we're going to do it with a Crucible Knight, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a castle boss and then I'll immediately run Manor just to ensure we get that block.
Yeah.
And then we can also push that diagonal with the clear one of each, with that snail mark being the catacomb as well.
Yeah, it looked from the viewer's perspectives, it looked like an incredibly pivotal square, this castle manor fort boss, because that ended up being a snipe because of Gray having an incredibly 2 unfortunate deaths to R'Lana really, really late in the fight. And Madsen already had Loretta dead at that point, I believe. So I think that should have been a square that probably could have gone only Metyr one's way. Didn't quite work
Also,
out that
the
way.
unfortunate fall by Gray on the platform to get the pot, because that hefty pot square would have blocked the ultimate line that actually wasn't the one that like ended up getting marked, but it was the line that forced you guys out of the comfort zone and forced into the Crucible Knight's block, which is a very long block. So
I think you can sum up all my game as either me being bad or being unfortunate. Like, I played horribly this game. I messed up everything that I could have messed up.
Some games are like that. It is Bingus. It's very relatable. It's happened to all of us. I think unless we have anything else really for now, we could probably end the stream here at least. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Rambler, so much for joining me in the commentary. Thank you to the refs for helping out, Drink Time and Mustache Sky. Thank you so much for that. And thank you to the players for also joining us. And thank you, chat, for being, as usual, unhinged, trying to get me to crack up, even though I managed to not this time. And tune in for more games. Hopefully we'll have some more games. I believe we might have some more games tomorrow and potentially even on Saturday. So tune in for more games. And until then, have a good evening, morning, night, wherever you are. I don't know where you live again. So good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.